He weighed in at 223 pounds and has a reach of 76 inches.
Хорошо, что он
Tommy the Duke Morrison, one of the most entertaining.
В принципе, и я.
The Brown Bomber Joe Louis. His fight against Matt Schmeling, one of the most important fights in the history of this fine sport.
As soon as the ball goes, don't blink. That fight could be over.
And now it's time for the official introductions, and for that, we go to the Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
He weighed in at 223 pounds and has a reach.
Блин, прошу прощения, что-то не могу понять, почему с микрофоном такая ерунда. Может быть, потому что для трансляции он не подходит. Так как писал видео, когда просто выкладывал видео, там нормально все. Единственное, что по громкости неправильно выставлено было.
All the talking has been done. It's time to... And that's the opening bell, round one. Watch that jab. That counter shot lands. How did he absorb that hook? This fighter told us yesterday, if he doesn't win by knockout, he doesn't consider it a real victory. That's the mentality he has.
Speed generates power. Timing is everything. If you've got speed, you can knock anybody out. You've just got to hit in the right spot.
He misses with that jab. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Nice exchange here from both men.
Totally impressed. You know what? You got skill. You got... Oh, my goodness. I admire these guys.
He just misses with that jab. Counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Go find to the counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every trick.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Catch and shoot. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance.
Что, блин, со звуком?
Make it look so easy.
There's the bell to start round two. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. He misses with that jab. Nice offensive display, landing that left counter. Missed him with that uppercut. As it is in most heavyweight fights, don't blink, because one big shot and this thing could be over.
Because they're so big, because they can push, because they've got the weight behind them, they may not be connecting, but trust me, when they connect, that's when this fight sets on fire. Because somebody's going to get hurt, and someone's going to react.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. And he misses with that. Hold everything. He caught him clean. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on. Miss with that jab. Swing and a miss with the jab. Through the hook, didn't land. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the tournament's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
The referee calling for seconds out as we... Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
What can they change? They can change their attitude. They can change their nervous system for a certain amount of punches per round. Because otherwise, if they deviate from the game plan, they're going to be shattered once again and the fight will be over.
Punch, counter punch. The counter punching. Both men step back for just a moment. Can't land that jab. They figure out the combination to this safe.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Good counter punching from both these fighters. He just missed with that left jab. Good counter punch. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you take cards, no cool.
Great counter right hand there. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Good counter punching from both these athletes. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Back at it in round 4. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
My motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Neither fighter willing to sit down on these punches. They're arm punches. They're scoring, but they're not going to hurt anybody. Hey, those punches add up. Nice counter shot. Perfect counter shot. In the early rounds of the fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
And they figure out the combination to this save.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more.
Maybe he should hold on, but that's not in his DNA. Disaster averted. Jab does not score. Good left counter that lands. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't...
There's the bell to start round 5. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here. Throws the jab, but does not score. Can't land the jab there. Good counter right hand again. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
And we've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Couldn't land that jab. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Both men step back for just a moment. Unlucky to miss with that jab. They both. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Nice counter punch. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
There's the bell for round 6. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. A perfect counter lands. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
When you've got a fast fighter, they will cut you to ribbons, and they know it's a matter of time before either you get desperate or the referee jumps in and saves you. This is a natural gift.
You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. They exchange punches. Going for the finish. As Has he weathered the storm? Nice exchanges from both men in this round. How did they not go down?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose.
There's the bell for round 7. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
He missed with the jab. Nice counter shot with the right hand. He blocks the hook. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. He fails to score with that left hook. Both men step back for just a moment. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. There's a counter shot. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this 10 kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Come on, look at him now. Fine. It's so important now. It's 30 minutes next round. Get on the telephone.
Round 8, and we're off again. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. That left counter punch will score. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
Let me explain to you about...
He got caught. Well, that looked like a flash knockdown here. Let's see if he can get back to his feet. The referee has started the count here. I don't know. Not looking good. Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why. Counter left hand there. Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again. Final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. His legs are gone, but somehow he's still in this fight.
They believe their fighter has it in the tank.
Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
That jab misses. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
When you have a fighter that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
He just rung his bell. Can he finish the job? Looks like they've shaken it off. Nice job landing that left counter punch. These men showing exceptional chins, by the way. And that jab just missed with the left hand. Both men step back for just a moment. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Despite what the judges' scorecards, and he just got caught. He just got caught.
He is absolutely gone. The referee's keeping a close eye on him.
It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
It's round 10. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Counter right. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
That left counter was perfectly timed. We're back to life now, starting to land some punches. Nice counter. And a counter left. Neither man really defending themselves. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. How much confidence? Looks like they're out of trouble. Nice counter shot. Nope, that jab not going to score. Nice exchange here from... Oh, wait a minute! He caught him clean! What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
This is the 11th. We've entered the championship round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Beautiful counter punch. Beautiful counter shot. They're both trying for a knockout. Lands with the right counter. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter, who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there, they want you to stand there, toe-to-toe with them, and have a tear. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shot. Get out of the way, and they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dares do anything out of turn.
Nice job landing with that right hand counter. He gets out of the way of that left hand. What a world championship fight we're seeing, ladies and gentlemen. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Left counter scores. Good counter punch. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Next round, good round. I like that. Fantastic. Good round. Go and get back into the fight.
Who thought we would have made it to 12? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
He rocked him! And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but again... They'll make it up, and this fight continues.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
So So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank. Another scoring shot there. The final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Didn't know who was going to win, and in the end, no one did win. This fight ends in a draw.
You know what? That's fair. And for the fans, I feel sorry for the fans because they wanted to walk away with some winner, but eventually these guys are going to have to do it all over again. A draw, suck it up, buttercup.
Ну это бред какой-то. Во-первых, блядь, на первый раунд по-любому за мной стопудово. Как минимум. Вот, допустим, дальше даже не смотрю, но первый раунд 100% за мной. Пересмотрите, если хотите. И все. И проверяю, кто там будет первым раундом. Ну что за стёж? 4 раза уронил, ничья. Раз, два. 8-й раунд 2 раза уронил. 10-й раунд 1 раз. 12 чемпионскую еще. Ничья, блядь. Pardon, my France. Как говорится верно. Исторический момент, первая ничья. Ну-ка, а где она показывается? Ну, он показывается, да. Сейчас трансляция будет прервана. Сейчас придет дружбан. И я затранслирую с ним игру. И больше чем уверен, что за счет того, что будет на единственном компе, короче, да, микрофон не будет, короче, и звук не будет так кряхтеть. Пожалуй, надо сделать еще потише, потому что звуки игры перебивают мой голос.